Hi, my name is Jonathan Hicks. I'm back at the Dice Cup, and today I'm joined by
Steve.
Will.
and we've just finished playing 6 Nimmt, which is a little German card game about collecting bulls. If you collect, as you sort of win cards, if you like, in this game, what matters is the number of bulls at the top. So you can see there's 3 here, 1 here, 1 here. But bulls are bad. Whoever has the most of those at the end is the loser, if you like, and the person with the fewest is the winner. So you're trying not to collect these bulls. Now, in terms of actually playing the game, on your turn, well, it's like simultaneous, but you have a hand of cards here, and you're picking one of them to play. So let's say, arbitrarily, I decide to pick this one. Everyone kind of picks the card, puts it face down in the middle, and then we all reveal the cards, and you look to see which is the lowest. Now, I played the 24, Will went for the 26, and Steve went for the 1. So Steve would go first, but the card has to go higher. They're kind of in rows, so you look at the highest one in each row. It has to go higher than the previous one, so it can't go here, can't go here, can't go here. Obviously the 1 won't go anywhere. So if your card is too low and it won't go anywhere, then you have to kind of clear out an entire row. He's obviously going to take the one with the fewest bulls on, because that's going to be like a minus point, if you like, at the end of the game. And then this one then just goes here. And then we look at the next lowest card, which is the 24. Oh, Steve's saying, oh, we've got our 4th players playing an 18. So the 18 would go after the 1, yeah? So in terms of the rows, there's a 37, a 22, a 43. So the lowest one that it can go after is this one. Then it would be the 24. Now, in theory, it could go after the 18, but it has to go after the highest one possible. So it would go after the 22. And then Will's card will go after the 26. So at the moment there's now 5 cards in this row, and then you'd have another round, you'd pick another card and you'd play it and you put them face down. But if you play the 6th card, so if we just turn them over again, we've got a 27, a 28, a 2 and a 44. So Will would have to wipe out a row, he'd probably take the one with the lowest numbers. And then the 27 would have to go after the 26, yeah? You have to go after the kind of closest one that's lower than that one. But because that's the 6th card, all the ones on that row get taken up, this replaces it, and the person who played the card wins all those cards. You can see there's tons and tons of bulls. This is a terrible win for that player. And you carry on playing, so the 44 will go after the 43. The numbers incidentally go from 1 to 44. I think it might vary depending on the number of players, but you do know all the numbers available, and you just keep playing until you've played all the numbers, and whoever has, as I say, the fewest number of bulls is the winner. What do we think?
I think it's a fine filler. It plays up to 10 people, and although it does take a bit long with more players, it doesn't take that much longer. You've all got 10 cards, you're just waiting for the slowest person to play the card from the hand. I like it more than most. I think it is pretty funny when someone gets done in. When I've played the 1, I'm going to clear a row out. I'm going to try and clear a row out that gives me the fewest balls, but if I've got a choice, I'm going to clear the row out that someone else was relying on to play their card, and hopefully they then have to take a big pile of balls. So there's a bit of strategy in the game. If you just pick randomly, you might do well, but more than likely you are going to do poorly by picking randomly. So there is some skill in what you pick. Sometimes you just get a hand of, or things that just go really bad for you. You've got the 44, and there's the 43 is already out, and there's 5 cards below it, and something. Well, your 44 is going to take that row unless something miraculous happens, and you can't do anything about it.
Will?
I think it's a good family fun game. I think the luck outweighs the skill in a bit, which is fine for some players, which is interesting, but I think overall it sort of makes it feel a bit lucky in some turns, and obviously, as Steve said, when you get hard done by and you have to pick up a row, you can feel a bit sort of, did I deserve that? But otherwise, I think it's a good filler. It's quite fun to play, and it passes the time well. Yeah, it's good fun.
Rating?
I'm going to give it a 6.
Okay. Steve?
6.5.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this one. I think, as Will was saying, really, it's just too easy to get done in. Even if you play really well, you can just get unlucky effectively. But Steve is right, there is strategy in this game, and you can certainly improve your chances of doing well by playing the right strategy, but it's not obvious when you first play the game what the correct strategy is. You might think you want to get rid of all your low numbers first, but sometimes having a low number guaranteeing that you go first can actually be really useful. So it's interesting. I've seen it being played quite a bit, actually, but as I say, it's not really my kind of game. I'd be on a 6 out of 10. Alright, thanks for watching. That was 6 Nimmt.